Hey there, it's Cole from Outdoor School Bogong. I'm here today to talk to you about character strengths. It's part of our Building Resilience series. This session aims to help you understand what a character strength is. We're going to explore how using our strengths can be good for us, and at the end, the final task will be completing a strength survey, and that's going to establish what your signature strengths are. You know that you're finished when you watch this video all the way to the end and you've completed the tasks on the last slide. For now, let's get started. So what is a strength? A character strength is defined as the positive parts of your personality that impact how you think, feel, and behave. In 2004, a couple of scientists, Christopher Peterson and Martin Seligman, published a book called Character Strengths and Virtues. This work focused on what can go right for a person, hence strengths and virtues. They researched all the major cultures and religions in the world, and they developed a list of 24 strengths that were common to all. Those 24 are the ones that you can see on your screen now. From there, they took those 24 strengths and they put them into 6 themes or virtues. These 6 virtues are wisdom, courage, humanity, transcendence, justice, and moderation. And you'll see all 24 strengths listed there. Perhaps there's one or two that are jumping out at you at the moment. They're definitely words that you will have heard of before. So why do we want to use our strengths? Well, here are some of the benefits. Using strengths can help you to be a good friend. It can help nurture strong friendships and relationships. Using strength builds well-being and helps you identify goals that are meaningful and important to you. Identifying your signature strengths, more on that in a moment, is an important source of self-awareness and knowledge, and it can lead to a sense of authenticity and aliveness and engagement when you're doing things and using those key strengths. Using strength, this one's kind of relevant for us, using strength also supports resilience by acting as a valuable resource that can be used in times of setback and difficulty. So there's lots of reasons that we want to use our strengths, and I'm going to show you a little video now that will, I guess, elaborate on this a bit further. It's going to provide some more detail about strengths. Just give me a moment and I'll jump into that screen. Here we go.
There are 7 billion, well actually 7.1 billion humans on the planet. And each one of us has a unique character. So what determines your character? You do. And all the people around you. And of course some genetics too. But there's new science proving that if you focus on certain parts of who you are, you can develop your character and ultimately live a more meaningful, successful, and happy life, no matter what your circumstances. I mean, isn't that what we're all trying to figure out? This whole idea about developing our character really took shape in 2004, when 2 psychologists suggested that instead of just focusing on all the things that can go wrong with us, it's also important to celebrate all the things that can go right. You see, they looked throughout history to identify core virtues that humans across cultures have agreed lead to a meaningful life. And then they identified 24 character strengths that, when practiced and developed, could lead to these virtues. And they organized them, like scientists have done throughout history to understand things better. These groundbreaking studies showed that every person is a unique combination of these strengths. Like for me, I'm high on curiosity. I could work a little on the prudence. Actually, what is prudence? Anyhow, one of the most interesting parts of all this is they found that if we focus on building upon the strengths we have, it has a lasting effect on our happiness and well-being. So think about it. What are your top 5 strengths? Now, another part of this is that you can help shape other people's character too. They found that the key to human relationships is ultimately appreciating the character strengths in others. To explore this, we asked people around the world, who do you admire and why?
I admire my mother the most because
because she's very loving and caring.
Сейчас целеустремленными людьми, которые готовы бороться за свою цель.
The person I admire the most is Einstein, of course.
My sister, because she is so tough and so brave.
People who use their creative energy to make the world a better place.
This powerful new framework paved the way for a whole new era of social science that it turns out is unpacking a very old idea. So how do we develop these character strengths? One theory suggests that people either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that we're born with certain abilities, intelligence, and talents, and we're stuck with it. A growth mindset is believing I can change. If I set my mind to it, I can do anything. Let's take, for example, failing at something. With a fixed mindset, failing means I'm a failure. A growth mindset understands failure happens to everyone. Of course, it's hard. I've been there. But it's also something to learn from, something to improve upon. Fortunately, we can all develop a growth mindset. It takes practice and it takes encouragement from the people around us, but it can be learned. And it's all because of an amazing part of the human brain called the prefrontal cortex. It's like our brain's control panel that orchestrates our thoughts and actions, what many scientists call executive functions. Or what neuroscientist Adele Diamond, calls self-regulations. I like to think of it as my self-control filter, the thing that keeps my impulses and emotions in check. And the way to strengthen that filter is as simple as taking a moment, focusing your attention, and asking yourself, is what I'm about to do a reflection of who I am and who I want to be? So while we're all becoming more and more distracted in this age of distraction, we need to remember to take a moment and think. There are a lot of new exciting conversations happening about character. One that I find interesting is that there are 7 strengths in particular that can be real game changers in academic achievement, success, and happiness, no matter what your circumstances. Those 7 are optimism, gratitude, social intelligence, curiosity, self-control, enthusiasm, and perseverance, also known as grit. While there have been many different theories about character throughout history, what scientists in this field agree on is that character matters, and that character strengths can be learned, practiced, and cultivated. So when you think about yourself, what are your strengths? And how can you find ways to use them more in your home, work, school, and community? It's like you have these superpowers, and focusing your attention on them makes them stronger. And then, if you focus on the people around you and their strengths, it makes them stronger too. As each of us becomes our best versions of ourselves and encourages others to do the same, we can lead to important changes throughout the world. Just imagine a world infused with more humanity, justice, courage, wisdom, and compassion. So if you can be a better version of yourself, how do you want to be?
I definitely want to be somebody that other people can feel they can rely on.
A man who was courageous.
Somebody who went for their goals.
As a risk taker.
Kind.
Exactly like my mom. Beautiful, strong, and powerful.
I am able to say that I'm funny.
To a smart person.
Música.
Generous.
Be yourself.
Kind.
Accountable.
Incondicional.
Humanitarian.
También sensible.
Profesional.
Charismática.
I want to become someone who, when the time comes for me to die, I go, oh my goodness, I have used it up. I have wrung it dry. Everybody is starting.
They just need to learn how to shine.
Cool. So that one was a pretty powerful video, and it's a good reminder to be the best version of yourself. If you want to find it again, it's called The Science of Character, and you can find it on YouTube. To finish off this session, there's a couple of tasks. Well, there's one task really. It's to complete a strength survey and then a couple of questions in reflecting on that. So you'll need to go to the VIA website, register, just use your school email address and complete the survey. Aim for the one that's the young adult version. And then answer the 3 questions below about yourself. I hope that you learned something really useful from this. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.